Hello there. Do you like tanks? Then you're in luck. It's French tank time. Surviving as France in World War II requires a decent amount of skill, timing, and a bit of luck, but that's with a balanced army and support from your allies. But what if you could only use tanks? No infantry, no balanced armies, just pure French steel. Can I survive the German onslaught as tank-only France? Or will I collapse faster than France in our laughably fast timeline? Like the video and subscribe to find out. I'm sure there's no terrible challenges that await me at 100k, right? Alright, here we are. France. Except this France is just too lame. It's boring. I mean, what is that? Is that an infantryman? Disgusting. This is tank-only France, which means it's going to be absolutely hellish. But first of all, let's set up some rules. I am only allowed to have tank divisions. Tank divisions being described as divisions with tanks in them. No foot infantry, everything must be upon wheels. And to make sure I don't just have one tank battalion, I have to have at least 50% hardness. So this, it ain't gonna cut it. I also have to stay mostly democratic regular France. There's some very interesting silly buggers you can do by going communist. And if I went Napoleonic, you could grab Belgium and the Netherlands really quickly, and so you end up with a lot of industry, but it's a bit weird. So we're just gonna stay regular allies France, except we chopped off all our legs. We of course have to do something very painful. Take all 74 divisions that we start with. Take away the tanks because, you know, we'll use them, but the rest, oh, it hurts so bad. I hate doing this. Now you might first be thinking, oh no, how on earth are you going to defend your coast with only 6 divisions? Well, first of all, don't worry, trust me. Second of all, we're going to do a very fun trick, and this is quite a meta play, which is we're going to release all of our overseas colonies. You might think that's insane, and everyone in France, including Pierre Laval, is actually weeping and crying right now. But just look at these places. They're just crap. There's nothing here. We have 70% compliance, but we still have to garrison them and, more importantly, defend them. So we're going to release everything except for these two of Tonkin and Indochina because they have 1 billion rubber, and for New Caledonia because it has the most chromium I've ever seen in a single tile. What is this? Of course, now I have to click 15 buttons in a row, but it's fine. It's fine. It'll be worth it. Right, that was agonizingly painful, and the border gore is just terrible. Sadly, because we're democratic, we're not going to be able to get all their little factories, which is very annoying, but they're still going to build their own little militaries should we need them. But the idea is that we won't, and we can trade with them to get any resources we're missing, but we have everything we need. So now it's just about building up. But before we can do that, yes, hello, it's me, and not even in costume this time, I've got a little problem. It is getting harder and harder to simply use the internet these days, whether your country is blocking websites or hackers haunting you. Seriously, while researching for videos, I've had some of my sources blocked. But thanks to this video's sponsor, CyberGhostVPN, we don't have to worry about that anymore. But comrade, if this is a sponsor, what about a funny costume and comedy skit to introduce? Not this time, Comedy Aldra. This time it's important. VPNs are a massive lifesaver on the internet. Everywhere you go, you're being tracked. Your ISP, your work, your school, your home, your own government. Thankfully, VPNs like CyberGhost help protect your identity, routing your data through secure servers in over 100 countries. It's not just security though. I absolutely hate not being able to watch what I want to watch when I'm paying for Netflix. What do you mean I can't watch Band of Brothers? It was literally filmed here. But now I can simply change my location and watch whatever I want to watch in just a few clicks. And it works in over 40 different streaming platforms. CyberGhost works on all devices, and you can protect up to 7 devices at the same time. Perfect for sharing with friends and family. VPNs are a must right now, and I think CyberGhost VPN is easily the best choice. It has over 38 million users worldwide and 20,000 great reviews on Trustpilot, plus an incredibly easy to understand app on mobile, computer, or TV. And if you click my link in the description, you can get their best deal ever. Just $2.03 a month, with an extra 4 months for free. A beautifully specific 84% off. Plus, with a massive 45-day money-back guarantee, there really is nothing to lose. So check it out. Now, back to the video. Playing France, you're all about trying to avoid utter collapse of your government, and going down the democratic side, you can go left or right. We're going to be going over here with Revive the National Bloc, because it has a stronger economic setup, and while it is slightly slower for getting down to strengthen government and defensive stratagems to get rid of the awful disjointed government, it means I don't have to have the Matignon agreements, which I loathe. It's just a little bit better. We're obviously going to be starting out with some glorious civies, which we'll put mostly over here, because if we do lose a few territories territories, I'd rather that we lose the civilian factories that I built and not the mills. Though I will be avoiding building in Pas-de-Calais, because if there's any territory I'm going to lose, it's this piece of crap. It's so hard to defend it. But we'll see. I'm going to try and not have to give anything up. The main techs we're looking for are the 1939 NG Company 2, because alongside all the beautiful entrenchment bonuses, we get the Dozer Blade. And the Dozer Blade gives you flat entrenchment bonuses, which are so good, but we can't get that for a long time. It's going to be eco-techs for a little while. Because we deleted all of our divisions, we actually have like 40,000 guns and just quite a lot of equipment in general, so we're really not going to need too much. We are obviously going to need as many of our light tanks as possible. We need to keep trucks going, and we're also going to be making this Shah B1 the heavy tank, just because I want to get up as much efficiency as possible. When a challenge is this hard, every small decision we make is going to make a significant difference. So the MIOs I use are really important. The heavy tanks are going to be under Renault because you can get 8% defense and a good amount of armor, but the light tanks we are going to keep under Hotchkiss because there's something like 15% defense and production efficiency cap, so I really need that. We are also going to be working on a little bit of anti-air because we need it. Oh my god, we need it. We literally start making no air whatsoever. It's just terrible, and I also can't do anything about it because I can't afford anything. Louis Renault himself will start working on our land warfare because I need some flamethrowers and military engineering vehicles, please. And there we go, we're ready. We're also going to sell as much of our excess equipment as we can. Like, I'm not going to need like 20k of this infantry equipment, so it can just go. Honestly, sell all of these interwar rifles. They're crap. Oh, and yes, instantly everyone wants to buy it. Amount of deliveries, 55. Okay, bro, come on. Quickly restarted because I forgot a very important setup. Do not release French Somaliland or Morocco, because there's a wonderful event that gives you early mobilization for free, which is really important, but it requires that you have a territory that borders another country that is at war. So we keep this one because it borders Italy, that's in the Ethiopian war, and if it still doesn't fire, we keep Morocco so that we border Spain, which will be in its own civil war, and we can release them after that as well. Also, we're going to keep Corsica because I just realized I don't want to lose a whole civ, and we'll release it once we're fighting Italy. We're going to do a very silly trick and plan naval invasions into Italy that we're never actually going to use, but this should make Italy more aware of us and hopefully not win the Ethiopian war too quickly. Ooh, remilitarization of the Rhineland. Well, I have 6 divisions, so I think we'll let it slide. Oh, yes. 1st of May, which was our election, so we've triggered public demands rearmament. Look at that, Ethiopia is still alive because Italy sent a bunch of troops to go defend themselves. This is just an amazing event. Anyone can get this. You don't have to be France. Just need to be democratic and have a neighboring country at war and have an election. Oh, early Moby. We rush laissez-faire because it gets rid of innovation economy in 2 years, and then we're just going to rush down to strengthen government because it takes a year and I need the stability. And then we can start thinking about our economy. At our first chunk of political power, we're going to be a little cheeky here. We are going to be sending an attaché to Spain, literally entirely for the XP and because it allows to go to partial mobilization a little bit earlier. So we're going to send some improved relations and wait until they accept it because I just need to, man. I need to be making factories because, to be honest, we need to be going into mills way sooner than you'd think. There we go. Nice early partial mobilization. Mill factory construction speed 10%, which is very good. We're going to build cities for just a little bit longer, but pretty soon, straight mills. One of the good reasons to play France for this challenge is that we start with the improved small cannon and medium howitzer, despite the fact that we don't have the necessary tech. It's just certain countries get extra techs. It sounds good to me. Does Brazil always enter into a state of emergency? I don't remember that. Uh-oh. Now we wait for strengthened government. We can get devalue the franc for that beautiful consumer goods bonus, and then start fixing our economy. We've got to time everything absolutely perfectly because we have to make sure that before Germany can ever be attacking us, we've done army reform. Because I'm not sure the last time you played France, but just look at these malices. You're not aware how much doctrine costs as France. But this way we can then get an absolute pile of doctrine and actually survive. It's only July 37 and we're already at almost 25 mils and just absolutely grinding out these light tanks. We're going to need so many tanks. We need to have enough divisions to hold the line and some for reserve as well, which is just going to be very painful. France may start weak, but I mean, look at these focuses. Efficiency cap and growth 10%. That's so good. And I can get it before 38. Amazing. I have to stay here for 5 extra days. Must have mistimed it slightly, but there goes strengthened government support. Beautiful. So we can finally get defensive stratagems. Now you might think it would be smart to go down aggressive focus considering we're going tanks and get Charles de Gaulle with mobile warfare, get cheaper trucks and all that jazz. But no, we're not gonna. And that's because we can get a whole bunch of free forts by going up to extend the Maginot Line, and we get more doctrine bonuses. Plus, I'm an absolute Grand Battle Plan stan. Mobile Warfare is really, really nice as a doctrine. It does get you some good org for your tank divisions, as well as some good speed and the really wonderful blitz tech. But the thing is, if I'm planning on being a defender, what I need is entrenchment and planning bonus. That's it. I can get 10 max entrenchment right here. I can get 10 org and 10% defense on all my infantry. It's so freaking good. It's going to be all about Maxime Weigand. And now, because we have 70% stability, we don't have political violence anymore. Hooray! I swear this wasn't what it was at the start. Well, it looks like I've been making an H-35 with an extra 20% production cost. That was a massive waste of my existence, and I've wasted hundreds of tanks. Please don't do this if you're me. I forgot to change the tank design. We should have kept them on riveted and lowered the engines. Oh my god. Yeah, I just lost lots of efficiency, but it's fine. I'm still going to be making more tanks. Oh, I hope that doesn't mess me up too much. That's really bad. Good old Munich conference. Yep, leaving you to your fate, which also ended the demobilize our economy thing because we dipped below 25% war support, but no longer. Huzzah! Now we're going to have the two most important techs going at the same time. The advanced equipment conversion, which combined with the previous one gives you 80% conversion speed, and engineer company 2. Now we can work on making the proper tank. We've saved up about 4,500 light tanks here. So let's start the conversion. Whole idea is we made these cheap tanks, once we converted them to the riveted armor. But now we're going to make a proper tank. This will be our defender and our mainstay, and we'll hold the line. And here it is, our final tank design that we'll be converting everything into. Everything here is designed to give us as much defense as possible. We've got a light fixed superstructure, which gives us that beautiful 3 defense, and also 20 reliability. A close support gun, because it's just the best balance of stats. I would have really liked to have been able to go to medium howitzer, but the issue is I don't have the tungsten, so I would be losing most of my factories to tungstens, and then I would be losing all of my heart attack. I need at least some heart attack, because the Germans do have some tanks. And the glorious dozer blade. This is pretty cool. 5 kilometers, 69% reliability. I'm actually using the petrol electric engine. You never see that. I just need as much defense as possible. It is absolutely going to be called the HP Love Cats after a recent YouTube member and donator of YouTube memberships. Oh, and call me crazy, but we're going welded because I have loads of chromium, and I think I just want that little bit more armor. We're going to move straight to the HP Love Cats Series F. We lose almost no production efficiency. We're going to start conversions, and now we're making 11 a day, which is pretty good, and I have tons of chromium for that. And we're also going to be super meta and make a tanked up, crazy armored heavy tank, because as I like to go on about, the armor of your division can be massively increased by just having one really heavily armored battalion. In fact, 40% of a division's armor is the highest armored battalion, so we're going to crank this bad boy up as much as possible, even though it's going to make us use more steel. Actually, I probably don't have enough steel. We'll just stay with the 4 armor. That's 105 armor. It's going to make a big difference. Let's do it. So, of course, he's actually the Ryan Garrett after a recent YouTube member. Let's start converting and just try to get as many as possible together. The idea is that by the time they start hitting us in late 39, I should have enough of these to add to some divisions. Oh, and speaking of which, we should probably start to form up on the line now because I don't want them to hit me, but I've got plenty of time to wait. They shouldn't be here until like October. Oh, Switzerland with your trade agreements. I love it so much. Thank you. Oh, that's going to help out a lot with that production efficiency growth. Finally got army reform. Is going to make such a difference. And now we've done all our focuses. It's just fantastic. Did skip like go with Britain and stuff, but it just isn't necessary because you can join Britain no matter what. We can at least try and get a little bit more stability together. We'll spend a little bit to try and get at least some doctrines because we really desperately need. The planning bonus is great, but mainly it's the 10% defense and org that we really need. All right, it's time to start our divisional changes. And this is our line, by the way. I've done the wonderful trick of assigning our general to an area defense order in somewhere they can't reach, like Portugal, which lets us have up to 72, and then putting them directly on a field marshal line, but not assigning them. This allows them to get the planning bonus and not dance all over the front line every time something moves. It means we have to micro, but trust me, it's worth it. Oh dear. It does indeed mean that Belgium is standing on our line, which is very upsetting. Please don't do that. All right, and this is the the tank division that we're going to be stuck with. It's not very good. It's only 14 combat width, but it's exactly 50% hardness. It's going to cost us many thousands of light tanks down. Got some support anti-air, artillery, NGs, and armored recon to give us that little bit more hard attack. It's fine. It's fine. It's not great, but it's fine. And then as an extra special thing, we're going to make a different division, a duplicate, which we're going to bring up here. Call it the Thermite 56 after a recent patron. And we're going to slap in an extra motorized and a heavy tank. And the entire purpose of this is this will massively elevate the armor of our division, because armor calculation is 60% average armor of all battalions and 40% highest armored battalion. So this will massively help. We don't obviously have a lot of heavy tanks, and it takes 40. And since we have about 600 heavy tanks, we can have 15 divisions like this, which is pretty good. Maybe I'll change the icon a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around and convert one division per tile to that and see what we're left with in terms of deficits. And there's our deficits. 3,200 light tanks. Okay, so we're going to stop converting and just try to catch up. Oh my god. 197 days is actually not too bad. We're perfectly fine with heavies, trucks, actually pretty much everything. So we'll go down on trucks a little bit and just try to really prioritize getting as many light tanks as we can. And I think we'll also get a couple extra fort levels, please. Got to make sure everyone's on the highest motorization priority so they don't run out of supply. But as ever, we have this lovely problem trying to defend Savoy because we just have no supply here. This is why most of the time you do actually just pull back to Lyon because you can actually supply it. I probably could try to build like a supply hub here. It would take a bloody age though. Oh, April. It might not be the worst idea. Train everyone back up so they're at least regular. We don't want any green people here. And the extra XP is always nice. And it's time to join the war. Oh boy. Oh, Lend-Lease from America and Britain. It's not very much, but I'll take it. We do at least have a good surplus of heavy tanks, which is very nice. We can keep making the Ryan Garrett and try to get more and more divisions gradually stronger. And in fact, I'm actually going to start training more thermites as we go. I'm also just going to release Corsica right now, so I don't have to defend it, because it's really annoying trying to defend it. And we will not be calling in any of our little puppets. Absolutely not. Oh, and we can release and get rid of all these random territories now as well. I don't care about them. Release the Sultan of Usa. Oh, and there's German pressure towards the Benelux. It's happening. Let's go. Oh my god. I've just sent a tank in to defend Luxembourg. Their enemy infantry is indeed piercing us. That's okay. These are just the crappy divisions. They're just doing their best. And I can also still get another doctrine, which is nice. Some more breakthrough and soft attack. Oh yes, 5 org for motorized. And we get blitz. Oh, about time. Okay, they're starting to hit us properly in Metz. Obviously, we have all the forts, but they do not pierce our main tanks. Okay, our big heavies. Very, very good. Oh, phew. I'm starting to think maybe I should move the light tanks over to this line and move the heavies all up to the main line because we need something. Like, no one's going to be able to push the 10 forts. Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's swap it around. Okay, here it comes. Belgium's about to be destroyed. Oh, God. Now we'll put back the front line. If we get to hire Army High Command, I literally always forget it. We're also going to hire Philip Leclerc for reasons that'll come up later. Maginot Line's starting to get hit. They're actually doing a lot of damage to me, which is not ideal. Please stop that. Always remember to do war bonds. You gotta do war bonds. And yeah, sometimes the light tank can resist, but mostly it's our heavies, the Thermite 56s, that are doing a lot of the work. And look at their defense, 761. That is not bad from 52% entrenchment because of all that bonus entrenchment. This is how we're gonna survive. We can make this work. I have like 2 British divisions here. One is actually a tank division and a decent tank division, actually pretty strong, and the other one's a crappy infantry, but I would prefer some more, please, Britain, especially because the Air Force is going to be arriving soon. We have the advantage that a lot of Germany's troops are in Norway. Okay, I see a lot. There's like 8 divisions, including 2 of their tanks though, and you know, this is the German AI. They don't have that many tanks. There's 2 tanks and 1 motorized. Are there any tanks on our front line? Oh no, there are 3 right here, and they are actually tanks. They've got mediums in there as well. And if they start to hit us, they will penetrate us very badly. These guys are hurting us, but we can pierce them and destroy them. Okay, this is good. This is fine. I just think we need to be very mindful about using reserves. We don't really have many. I do have 14 divisions on the Italian border that I can retreat if needed, but man, I don't know. I'm scared. It's all about these tiles where they can hit me from multiple directions, like Lille and whatever this tile is in Nord-Pas-de-Calais. That's what I'm really scared about. Okay, it's been a couple months, and we're doing actually really, really well. The attacks have sort of halted, though they are grouping up quite a lot of tanks over here. We have suffered 10k casualties to their numerous attacks, and we've dealt 220. We have lost 870 light tanks and 80 heavy tanks. They've lost almost 20,000 infantry equipment in just the last 2 months alone, and 700 light tanks. We're winning, honestly. The big benefit is our entrenchment. We're getting up to 49% entrenchment as long as we have the correct amount of light tanks. Trench warfare, Maxim Weigand with the multiplicative bonuses. It's so valuable having an extra half your stats again. The big issue is we're really falling behind on tanks. We're just not replacing them quickly enough. It's a serious problem, but hopefully we can survive this. I wonder if I just should have shifted these guys to a division template that was on lower priority. Oh well, I'm still building up forts as well and a supply hub on the Italian border to try and hold it a bit better when the time comes. Finally, mechs. We desperately need them. Very little micro, honestly, because I haven't had to move off of a tile at all. I had to reinforce this one a couple times, but not too bad. And I do believe, yes, we have inflicted 500,000 casualties to the Germans at the cost of only 18. What? We're just so armored and hard, they can't hurt us. That's brilliant. And finally, there is Italy ready to join in the war. Oh my god, it's happened. Oh, what? They were able to attack Morocco and Corsica. Oh, that's really annoying. Why'd they do that? How'd they do that? Oh, I'm gonna lose those territories. How very annoying. Oh well, let's put my navy out and go crazy. I love that it says only a 9, but it's green. It's just because they have so many divisions, but they can't hurt us. They cannot pierce us because their divisions are terrible. Italian divisions are poopy. There's like 15 infantry divisions on this one tile. If this attack ever stops, I want to see what happens if I just attack with 2 of my heavier tank divisions. All right, we obviously don't do a lot, honestly. We're quite weak. I mean, we still do damage, actually. Oh, hell. That's actually quite a lot of damage. Oh my god. We're destroying them. I'm gonna turn that off because there's no point trying to attack. We need to defend. But damn, just slaughtering the Italian navy. I am fine with it. Destroy the screens. Destroy them all. Whoa, completely out of fuel. Hey now, what's all this? No. That will destroy me. I am entirely tanks. I need as much fuel as you have. Christ, that was a close one. Oh man, you can see why in our timeline Italy didn't join until France was dead. Look at that. We're just destroying their entire fleet. Whoa. And with Hungary joining, that's everybody, I think. Yep, Bulgaria, Romania, Hungary, and Italy and Germany are all attacking me. And I'm holding. Haven't lost a single bit of territory. Corsica doesn't count. And we're still only 28,000 casualties against 830,000 Germans. Oh man, is that a million? I've inflicted basically a million casualties. Holy crap, these are strong. Who needs infantry, honestly? Oh no, Charles de Gaulle wounded. No, please, stop. Okay, and through various bonuses, it would appear that the hardness of my division has updated to now be 54%. I'm not sure if it was just off or what, but this means I can now add an extra motorized infantry and still be 50%, which is fantastic. I'd really like to use mechs, but I don't have anywhere near enough. So we'll go to motorized and now still be within the confines, but with extra org, which is great. And I'll do the same for the heavier division. All this convoy raiding has actually made it so that the Italian army in North Africa is failing. Britain still isn't really doing much. In fact, they're retreating for some reason. And the East African campaign looks like it's failing as well. Fantastic. We still have yet to lose a single tile against the Germans. And we've inflicted 1.2 million casualties. Get out of my house, Germany. We may have lost 2,000 light tanks, but they've lost over 101,000 assorted equipment, including 1,700 lights and 250 mediums. That might be more tanks than Germany actually had at this time. This is incredible. Oh, Germany, you just attacked Yugoslavia. Really? What are you doing? You don't have anywhere near enough forces. I guess Hungary and Romania can probably take care of that for you. Yugoslavia is just famously very weak. Sorry, Balkan bros, but your country's AI is scripted to collapse. Makes me wonder if I can actually just like try and attack. Should we go? Nah, forested tiles, just no good. But you know what? We still are doing some damage. Oh, and Italy's going on Greece. I love their scripted wars. They just can't stop themselves. Italy. What are you thinking, my boy? You've got nothing on the line. Oh, the Bulgarians are in at least. Now we're going to start playing with something very fun. We're going to start going down the Marine Special Forces because they give flat bonuses to soft attack and org for all special forces. And eventually, they do something very fun and give a ton of bonuses to Amtrak battalions. This is why we're making the basic amphib. Because, little known fact, amphibs are broken strong. They have basically the exact same stats of a mech infantry, costing a little bit more amtrax compared to mechs, but because you can buff them like crazy with special forces and use special forces bonuses, like Philip Leclerc with an extra 10% special forces attack, I can eventually fill my specialist divisions with only amtrac battalions instead of motorized, and they'll be crazy strong. And we have taken our first tile. Oh my god. Get absolutely rinsed, Germany. This is incredible. And we are now finally out of our deficit for light tanks, meaning we can take off some of the millions of factories we have on light tanks and start prioritizing other things. I'm going to go down to 50, I think, because we make a bloody enough. Let's start making more heavies, more planes, more mechs, more amtracs. Let's go. We now start to actually put mechs in there, which gives us a 55% hardness. Oh, so good. Hey, what are you doing, Brits? Why are you pushing for me? Stop that. Gross. They're helping. No, this is my thing. Go away. You're not allowed in my territory. Go away. We'll push without you. Let's do a nice slow beginning push. Really start to make this. We've got 68 total tank divisions. 25 of them are the thermites. This is pretty good. Can we hit into these forests? I think the main thing, though, is to try to reclaim up here in, like, the Netherlands and Belgium. So they are really trying to hit us. My god, I have inflicted 3.3 million casualties and I've only suffered 60. That's just embarrassing. That's so embarrassing for you. I think we can now think about making our light tanks a little bit stronger, getting rid of the light fixed superstructure and replacing it with a 3-man turret and beefing up the engines. There's really no reason not to. I'll keep some of the defense. We don't need this much defense anymore because we're just super strong now. We're holding like crazy and we're starting to overwhelm them. So let's just keep building up. A little bit of reliability wouldn't hurt either. Oh yeah, 29 more breakthrough. Oh man, I completely forgot to put logistics company because it gives 5% defense. Oh, I could have had so much more defense. Whoops. And here comes the US joining us because Japan's gone all silly buggers. Let's try and do some pushing, shall we, before the US get here. I want to be the one who did it all. Thank you very much. Should probably also make an anti-air tank so I can actually, you know, shoot down some enemy planes. Probably should have remembered to do that. Move to Armored Engineer Company to try and get a little bit more bonuses for attack into forests. That's probably a good call. The main thing I'm coming up against, besides the forest tiles, is the fact that all of the German divisions recruited for Barbarossa are here. There are no other divisions anywhere. Like, I mean, he has like 30 on the Italian border, but I have genuinely 30 divisions on Brussels alone. So it's just the fact that they keep reinforcing. I'm slaughtering so many of them. I've done 4 million casualties. What? Sadly, we have neglected to defend with counterintelligence, so enemy spies have broken all of our possible planning bonus, and this is why we're not doing much planning at all. Very unfortunate. This is actually a massively attritional slog. It's just so difficult to try to break them because there's so many infantry. It's like they've gone mass assault or something. Let's start making a medium howitzer with the heavy chassis. It's just a giant gun on a track. Why not? Let's go. All right, screw it. We'll start with Italy. Why not? We'll kill you first. Oh, the power of tanks. So many encirclements. Yes. About 40 divisions here being wiped out. That's lovely. Okay, it's 1943, and I've been doing these tiny little lame-ass pushes. It's just, there's so many infantry. I can't remember the last time I've had to fight Germany when they're not fighting the Soviets. It's just, they've built like 150 divisions, and they're all on my border. I've finally done a Saarbrücken offensive. We're actually starting to hit. I'm trying desperately to push in. Getting spammed with these join requests from all my puppets. I don't want you. Go away. Now we can see the massive benefit of releasing countries like Algeria. Look how many factories they have. Shame we can't use them, right? Wrong. The Blum Violette proposal gives you cores and lets you annex them. Look at that. We just gained so many factories for free. I think it's also time to try to make heavier divisions. We're still on this kind of crappy 24 combat width. I think we need to simply remove all of the light tanks and go just for heavies. And that way we end up with a really, really strong division, but we just have fewer of them. There we go. Nice and chunky. So we'll just cut back on a few of our tanks and that'll make things a lot easier. All right, let's see how we can do with 10 of them at 31 combat width. Yes, it is an urban environment, so it's not going to be as good, but that's a lot more damage. Very nice. Finally. It takes a while, but we are starting to really grind through what they have. Oh, we can finally have an armor bonus. Alphonse Juin, 5% more armor attack. About time. I'm realizing that this is just World War I, right? Even though I've got tons of tanks, this is just grueling attritional warfare. I hate it. It's so painful. Oh my god, we finally breached the Rhine. It's happened. Oh, at long last, Rome has fallen. About bloody time. Oh, the slog is ending. I've just realized I left a bunch of my light tanks off the front line. Whoops. Maybe we should have kept that. National Spain just joined the Axis. Not cool. Very much not cool. I'm going to lose a bunch of my country now because Spain just joined out of nowhere. Send the tanks! All right, luckily the Spanish army is just woefully inequipped to deal with a billion tanks rolling across the northern borders. Let's just drive to Madrid. Okay, now Portugal's joined. Why has this happened? Please, help? Well, they didn't last very long. Why did you join Iberia? I have 1 million tanks. If only I could breach the Rhine. What's a tank-only challenge without the land cruiser? This one has to be the Yumsuk. I mean, come on, it's beautiful. All right, we're in the closing days of the Third Reich. We managed to catch most of their army in the west. I've been pushing really heavily through the open plains, running out of oil, and there we go. We have taken Berlin. French soldiers, the French tricolor flying over the Third Reich. Oh, this was painful. It's basically over. We have suffered 800,000 casualties because I've been pushing pretty haphazardly. But the main thing I want to focus on is look at the German casualties, 6.8 million. And then the Italians, 2.5. I'm pleased with that. Oh, finally. Yes. Tank-only victory. It took until May 1945, which is the roughly historical end date for the war in Europe. But we did it as Democratic France under Pierre Laval with tanks only. I didn't really change the tank division much at all because I stopped really using the light division. It really was just all about the thermite with 31 combat width, plenty of heavies, mechs, Amtraks, SP artillery, and anti-air. We got the entire Iberian Peninsula and about half of Germany. This was toxic. That's what this was. It was unpleasant. Do not give this a try unless you feel like attritioning in World War I combat, but with tanks. Thank you very much for watching. Do be sure to leave a like and a comment down below suggesting videos you'd like to see in the future. And thank you to all the YouTube members and patrons who so wonderfully support this channel, whose names you will see shortly. Bye-bye. Don't forget to click my link in the description to get CyberGhost VPN's special discount just for you. The app will protect your data while you browse and allow you full access to all the block content you can imagine for only $2.03 a month. Totally risk-free, so check it out. Click the link in the description. Bye-bye.